Today is the State of the Union on Immigration right at Howard University, and we had community leaders to speak about the various campaigns they have ongoing. And this is coming shortly after the President's State of the Union address. And the whole purpose of this conversation is to elevate our community as a policy priority. So to see leaders from the community speak about their ongoing campaigns, strategies, and resources for the community to get in there, it's a wonderful opportunity to see this. Oftentimes, when we hear about immigration, it often links to the crisis at the southern border. But this is the very first time we have an African immigrants, diaspora leaders, uplifting, elevating the community's voice to be a policy consideration both at the federal and state level. So it is a great opportunity.
My name is Clifton Ndubisi, and I am a resident here in Washington, D.C. I'm here today for the State of the Union on Immigration hosted by the Nigerian Center. It was a fantastic event. The Nigerian Center has done an amazing job in hosting such events and really being a resource to not just Nigerians, but Africans.
Hi, my name is Tabebu Asafa. I am an African immigrant. I reside originally from Ethiopia, but I've lived in the US for the last, long time ago. I've raised my children here. And today, first and foremost, I'd like to say the invitation was so powerful. The State of the Union, that got my attention. And I came all the way from Takoma Park. And the meeting was amazing. The panelists were very powerful. The issue was very pressing and urgent. But most of all, I was really pleased to see Africans coming together.
My name is Bahia Akerele, and I'm from the Law Office of Edwin Volk, downtown Silver Spring. I had the opportunity to attend the Nigeria Center State of the Union address this evening, and it was really great. A great panel, great discussion, great questions, and really I want to salute the Center for the great work they're doing in the Washington, D.C. area. I encourage everybody to come in. Of course, as I said, it's not just for Nigerians, it is for the immigrant population in the Washington, D.C. metropolitan.
Greetings, this is D.C.'s U.S. Representative Dr. Oye Uwonewa. I am here at the State of the Union on Immigration, hosted by the Nigerian Center. Today we had immigration experts talk about the impact we're having on today's national issues on immigration, talking about where we fit as Africans and children of African immigrants in this conversation. I've been really inspired to see Banga, the panel, even the questions coming from the audience about who we are today and what power we have. I believe that the conversations we have are laying the blueprint of the next 10, 15, 20 years, and I'm really glad to be part of this conversation.
My name is Mona Mejiboli, and I am the chair of the African Affairs Advisory Group of Montgomery County.
And my name is Kina Ijoma Anya. I am the co-chair to the African Advisories Group for Montgomery County.
And it's a pleasure to be here in support of our advisory group to attend the State of the Union on Immigration hosted by the Nigerian Center. I think so much fruitful information was shared, and some key takeaways for me personally was one, the importance of unity, leveraging communities that have pathways and seeing how we can attach to them to make sure that the African community is considered and represented, and also how there needs to be unity within the multitude of African countries that are seeking asylum, TPS, and how we need to speak to each other to make that happen, to tell our stories and advocate for policy change. Another thing that stood out to me was the amount of rich resources that existed that we saw just from the panelists alone. I didn't know about these different organizations until today, and so I'm looking forward to taking the information that they shared and channeling it back to our community right next door in Montgomery County. And that's how information flows and shares. We hear it today, and then we take it back.
Absolutely. Something that's been very, very important to us for the African Advisory Group has been membership and partnership, and that was echoed today. And something I took away from today's conversation was that in partnership, we are not only people in Montgomery County, but we are part of a larger ecosystem for the DMV. And so just as Mona had shared, there are so many organizations we learned about today that are doing the work that we should be working in partnership to make sure that members of the African diaspora are fully supported wherever they are, whether it's Montgomery County, someone in DC, someone in Virginia. And so that's something that I took away from this event today. And of course, membership. The reality is a lot of these organizations also depend upon the volunteers that they recruit from events like this or from other events throughout this area. And so it's also important that we coalesce so that we are sharing the resources of people and not just the financial resources that are obviously needed to support our community. So with that as a call to action for those who are going to support this organization is please find that $1, find that $5 and donate. And if you're not able to find that $1 or $5, find your level of commitments and support the organizations that you know are going to help your neighbors who are immigrants to this country and ultimately want to be your forever community member.
Hello, my name is Elnora Bassi. I work for the Catholic Legal Immigration Network. We are based in Silver Spring, Maryland, and I was on the panel for this evening's State of the Union policy discussion. It was engaging, it was enlightening, it was informative, and we had an excellent turnout. We had so many people wanting to do more, get more involved in advocacy on the congressional level, on the administrative level, and I invite you to check out CLIN's website at www.cliniclegal.org. where you can learn more information about what we do. Thank you so much.
Bonjour, this is Sylvie Bella with the Cameroon American Council. What a great event, the State of the Union for African Immigration. This has been my life's work and was so wonderful to see my old friends, new friends, and to just learn and get a lot of information. In terms of what I took away from it is that we need new blood. We need a lot of advocates to advocate at Congress, because ultimately immigration is a federal issue, and one of the ways to do that is just to go to www.house.org, put in your zip code, find your member of Congress, and ask them 3 basic questions. What are you doing for Africans in your district? What kinds of grants are you providing for Africans in your district? Because Congress do have community grants. What kinds of jobs and contracts are you providing for Africans in your district? Because Congress actually has lots and lots of internships, fellowships, and of course, government contracting. And for my part at the Cameroon American Council, we're very interested in data.
Hello, my name is Letitia Malcolm. I'm a doctoral candidate, and I'm the Global Exchange Coordinator for the Council of International Education under the Department of State. I am here at the State of the Union on Immigration for the Nigerian Center. Myself, I'm not Nigerian, but I am Jamaican, and I myself have gone through this process along with my father that could take various years, and having some organization like the Nigerian Center would have definitely benefited. Tonight it was an extremely great discussion on various definitions of things. So when you are hearing the president or when you're hearing members of Congress discuss certain things, certain acronyms, there was a thorough definition and an explanation of those various things that's relating to Africans relating to immigration. And we also had a brief or minor discussion on the destabilization that happens that requires for Africans to come to the United States. My main takeaway was the call to action. So we have to ensure that we're actually doing the necessary things, even if it's just a post sharing information or attending an event. We have to make sure that we're actually being active to get our needs met as Africans.